Hello everyone, I'm Jessie. The theme I chose is about the design of the lampshade. The first is the research part. So first the question, what are traditional ways this has been designed in the past? First one is hand-swing Victorian lampshades. This needs to start with the metal frame, then wrap the frame with cotton twill. The wrapping of the frame is an important step because if the wrapping is loose, the shadow quality will be poor. Twill fabric can be sewn on the wire frame. The second one is the stained glass lampshade. In summary, the craftsman uses hand tools to move hot glass and twist it into folds. Next is traditional Chinese lanterns. Gauze lanterns are cheaper because they are made of cheap materials. For example, bamboo is used for the structure, and gauze covers the entire structure. Next question. How are designers innovating using digital fabrication techniques now? Who are the key innovators in this field? This is a Stockholm architect and designer named Hanil Hyderabadi. He created a brass chandelier. The basic structure of each makeup lamp consists of brass tubes, steel wires, and nuts, and then uses selective laser sintering to 3D print the lampshades in polyamide and come in various shapes and sizes. Next is architect and designer named David Munster. He wanted to create a lampshade that can be adapted to various interior decorations and is sufficiently iconic. So he started to make it with 3D printing. By creating a curved crease, the paper begins to round itself along the crease, resulting in a beautiful shape. The third one is named Blue Man. Rouge is the name of these lampshades. These forms seem to be grown from seeds, consist of repeated strips. It looks like the opening of a flower. Blue Man is known for innovative design and low-energy light bulbs. The last question, how might 3D printing or another digital fabrication technique be used in this field in the future? Maybe in the future, it's a station made up of large lampshades. At night, it will illuminate the station for passers-by. Then it can be used as a weather forecast. Since it started to rain that day, the lampshade will change color or make some changes to remind people that the weather is about to change. The second is that it's possible that all medical lampshades are made by 3D printing. Meanwhile, they can flexibly adjust the shape and the use of the lampshade. So, if the doctor needs very bright light, just adjust the lampshade. The third is that in the future, a technology will be developed to obtain self-luminous objects through 3D printing, such as the use of bioresins. Any printed object can achieve a natural light-emitting state without any light bulbs and coloring. At the same time, it can print out various biological forms. This is my reference list. For part B, I chose to make the idea of self-luminous. First of all, I investigated the technology that can have self-luminous light. One is coral fluorescence. It's to use fluorescent protein as a sensory agent. These proteins can absorb harmful ultraviolet rays and luminance and protect their symbiotic algae. At the same time, these algae provide most of the energy needed by corals through photosynthesis. The second is organic light-emitting diode, a self-luminous next-generation display. It obtains light through electrical stimulation. So, if in the future, 3D printing can be used to print self-luminous organisms and have different iterations, would this be interesting? Then I started to design. This idea comes from a kind of marine life. This is the effect of 3D printing. It's not only a biological property, but also has a self-luminous effect. You will see it glow at night. In order to be able to stimulate this idea, I chose to use luminous powder. But currently, not all luminous powders can effectively emit light. I tested all luminous powders I bought. It turns out that there are only 2 luminous powders that are the brightest, and then I used them. Next step, prototype. This time, I chose to use Rhino modeling. Firstly, use Rhino revolve to draw the central axis. Then select a sphere to make 7 small balls. Finally, use blend surface to connect the ball to the central axis. time, I also used Alibaba to find a 3D printed electronic store. After confirming that it was correct, I started to paint. In order to make it glow at night, I made the main axis black. I used a brush to paint 7 small balls with luminous powder. They are cat drawings. It's an object with a length of about 10 centimeters and a height of about 16 centimeters. Next is 3D renders. They are the actual photograph. Finally, it's my poster. Thank you for watching.